Hey Nashies, welcome back to the AFTERBUZZ Nashville show. We are going to break down Season 5, Episode 3. You got just me tonight, so we're going to have some fun. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Woo! Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to break down episode 3 here called Let's Put It Back Together Again. I'm so sorry that I'm here by myself tonight, but we're still going to try to do our best here. And I wish I could read your comments as I was doing this and we could have a conversation, but read them or send them and I'll check them out later. I'm your host, JJ Jurgens, and let's just get right into it. Oh, you can follow me at Twitter at JJ Jurgens if you would like. So, big episode tonight. We had some fun stuff. I know we talk a lot. Let's go ahead and start talking about Maddie. So, I know you've heard us kind of complain a lot about around here about her and her attitude and her teenage antics. So, I think we saw those really come to a head tonight. I don't know what you guys thought, but I was so happy to finally have this closure with Deacon and have them address the issues that we saw last season. But let me go back to what we see her getting an internship, and things seem like they're starting out okay, but then she's struggling with her role in this internship. So I was very disappointed with the way she lashed out on Ashley, although we can all agree that Ashley was a tough one to handle and really out of place and really, of course, lashing out because she is scared and fearful, all the things that Deacon and Avery said to her. But still, Maddie, you're the internship. You just got to take that shit and deal with it. That's just part of the job. So I didn't like the fact that she, well, first of all, she goes on the really long lunch when she's, supposed to be working and is an internship. You just got to run right back and keep things going at the job. So she was definitely kind of, I don't know how, seriously she was taking this internship and really, I guess, just not knowing her role in there and how she should just be like doing everything, being on the ball, being there when they need, running and getting the coffee, doing things quickly, getting back. Anyway, so I was disappointed in her when we see on day 2 of the internship. It wasn't even like this has been building up for like a month of dealing with this girl. On day 2, we see her lash out and call her a bitch, which Maddie. So, I did kind of, it was funny because I did kind of wonder at first. I was surprised how well Deacon took that when it did happen, just by not, kind of scolding her right away. But then it all made sense as to why he didn't. As soon as we hear the phone call to Rayna, he's so scared to even discipline her anymore after what she did to him last season. And I think that's very understandable. He doesn't want to crush that relationship anymore. And he likes that it's building back up. But, she needed it. She did need to be put in her place. I like that Rayna went in and, kind of calmly, as Rayna always does, talks her through it and talks her through, doesn't even really address everything finds it more important that what she needs to really deal with versus getting the internship back or apologizing to her is apologizing to Deacon. So love that moment. Loved when she went and laid with Daphne and asked, am I being a bitch? And Daphne's like, yeah, kind of. So at least I think she was starting to recognize, as she hated Ashley's behavior and hated the way she was treating everybody and kind of being the prima donna. I think this was finally a good aha moment for Maddie when she realized that those are the same traits that she was showing herself in the way that she was treating people and acting. So I think it was a little, she had a good little conversation with her and realized that she didn't want to be that kind of person and she did want to change. So kudos. I liked the moment of like the conversation with her and Deacon. I loved them, mending that. I like that we can kind of heal that and start to move on to other stories. And I liked we see her go in and apologize to Ashley, and we see she gets her job back. So all ended well. Good, Maddie. Let's stick to this internship. I'm also very excited is that I like that we have a new little love interest for her. So we have the new love interest named Clayton, who I think was just gorgeous, and just loved hearing his voice. So I love that. I loved his smile. I like them two together. I like that this is going slowly. I like everything about it. So I hope you guys too. Let me know what you guys think about this one. But I thought he was just a really fresh new character for the show, and I'm looking forward to hearing more of him sing as well. I mean, again, and even Ashley, as I know that they were having her do those things with her voice and stuff, but she really had a great voice too. So never disappointing with the music on this show. Always bringing us good stuff. So anyway, very excited to see what is going to go on with Clayton. What are we going to call them? Claddie, Mayton? What's their love name, guys? Hashtag what you want their love name to be. All right, moving on. Let's talk about Juliet. So we see her still struggling, as we did last episode, with feeling that she shouldn't, still struggling with why she was the one who survived when everyone else did not, and especially battling with how she thought that she wasn't nice to people and was treating people poorly, and that she was, didn't deserve to live. So we see her reaching out to Hallie and giving Hallie a new car. I understand Juliet's trying to, was really grateful, and thinking that this would be something that she would like, and that this would help her, which we see at the end it actually would have helped her if she kept it. But I understand too from Hallie's point too that that's just too much, and such a big SUV, and so such a big gift for her, to accept, when really she just isn't looking for that kind. I think she would just really, really rather have Juliet find her, find faith and find a reason to live, and a reason, and forgive herself, and just, be able to move on and be happy. I think that's the biggest gift that Juliet could give her at this point. I loved. I wrote. Let's see. We've got the name of the ballad that Juliet played at the end. The "I'm on my way." I think one of the predictions. I think Marissa said last week that she thought Juliet might be going in towards more of a gospel type of zone with her music, and I think we definitely start to see that tonight, where it maybe not as far as gospel, but at least she was looking at those demos and wasn't liking the music that she was listening to, and saying she'd have to be in high heels and short skirts. And so I like that. I really love where I think this is going, and where she's going to go with her music, where we see just kind of a stripped down, really thoughtful, really full of meaningful lyrics, really kind of probably going to take us along this journey of her, finding faith and finding something to believe in, and forgiving herself, and through this music. And I'll save it for predictions. I'll still do predictions by myself, even though I'm terrible at them. All right. So anyway, I liked. And of course, a huge moment when. Where we see her hold her baby, and the baby, she can feel the pee on her leg. She's probably, never been so excited to be peed on before. So good news, very good news in the fact that she thought she had just resigned to that she wasn't going to be out of the wheelchair, and she wasn't going to get better. And now we see hope that she is. So happy moment for them. Interesting to see where this relationship with Avery will continue to go. I hope that they continue to find their way back to each other. I love when he, asked, where they stand, and she didn't know. I like that it's still kind of staying real. They're not just jumping back to everything being perfect. So I like that it is going to be a journey I think we're going to see for the season. But I like that he's, willing to stay there and stand by her until that answer can be that she wants to be with him and they want to be back together. So still loving where they're going with these two. I think I like to see them, working this out and finding their way back to each other. We had a little hint of maybe Avery, after getting so frustrated, having to spend his time dealing with people like, clients like Ashley, where they're, not listening to him. He's not getting to be the producer that he wants to be. So now we see him pulling out his old photos and lyrics and looking at photos of him performing. So are we thinking that he might decide to get back in a band, or possibly maybe he will start working? We could have another duet on our hands, and we could have Avery and Juliet possibly going into some sort of music together, or maybe, who knows? Let me know what you guys think on that one. What your prediction on is that? If you think they're going to form a band together and perform, or work on an album together. Let me know what you think. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, so we have Creeper working with Rayna. So his name is Randall, the social media marketing guru, which we thought is just, it was interesting how he had such a big crush on her. He goes overboard today with the juice and just making sure everything is right with Rayna, making her feel a little uncomfortable, but I think at the time she's not knowing it's going to get as creepy as it is. So yes, definitely lights going off when this guy goes in the room. He definitely is a creeper, and we see at the end where he's in her office late at night stealing stuff off of her desk. So do we think the obsession is going to be totally with Rayna and the kids too? Because I know you had the picture of the daughter. So it's not good. Not good. We see in the trailer that she opens a package that they got delivered to her door, not through the mail, but somebody that actually knows where she lives, and had an envelope full of flowers and looks like poetry, maybe not poetry, but a letter probably professing their love to her. So very creepy, this guy. I think it's also interesting too. They're layering in other characters that are creepy too. Like we had the guy on the last week. We saw the bullet out of the windshield, which kind of made us wonder what was going to happen this week. And then we have the creeper walking on the street who wants to take a photo with her, and then makes the comment about Maddie being back home. So I like how the writers too are dropping in other little side characters and side things to make us kind of wonder, just not feel safe, and kind of build the anticipation of what's going to go down here now with that storyline. Okay, let's see. Let me just check my notes here, guys. Anything else I'm missing to talk to you about from this episode? Oh, yeah. So we had a celebration, the boys. I like that they're having a lot of these boy moments. I feel like they're really kind of putting in a little more comedy and bonding, fun moments in the show this season. So I like that the boys are celebrating Will and Kevin moving in together. And I like that they kind of, were teasing Avery about his lack of luck with the women that he's worked with, and calling him a wacko magnet, which he hasn't had very good luck with his clients. So, but these little moments I'm liking, because I think these moments are really helping to balance the dramatic moments that they're having on the show, and it's nice to give us a little light, like fun, just everyday kind of conversation moments and laughter. So yay on the show on those. Let's see. We do see in the trailer next week, I think there might be trouble in paradise for Kevin and Will, because we see that Kevin finds something that Will has written down, a piece of paper, and he finds it in the trash. So what do you guys think that was? Was that him going to write Kevin a letter, maybe talking about, and I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the fashion designer's name from last week. I don't know what was in that letter that Kevin finds. But anyway, I think we predicted that last week, that I didn't think that guy was going to go away, and I thought we would see him maybe one more time. If not him, I do think Will was, from the looks on his face last week, he was still struggling with maybe not fully being ready to commit and move in with Kevin and start their lives together. So I think that he's rushing this, so I don't know that he's trying to celebrate, and he's trying to be on board with it, but I think deep down something is not right with him. Not that it's not right with him, but making him hesitate with this being the right move for him at the moment, as much as he's trying to make it happen, and knows that on paper Kevin is such a great guy and they have such a great relationship, but I think he's searching for something else. Okay, let me scroll through here, but let me see if there's other fun moments that, there was lots of little liners too. I did like when, sorry guys, I'm jumping around a little bit, but I liked when Avery really gave it to Ashley too. And, it just told her that, she's in the presence of greats and don't you want to be great? And, don't you want to at least try? I like that he was calling her out on it and, taking a break from the YouTube, the video girls following him everywhere, and just really did tried to help her the best he could and tried to just get serious with her for a moment, but she still wasn't having it. But a funny comment I starred was I did like when she said, "What I want is the goddamn reverb." I mean, just a funny little moment they had. Oh, jumping back to Juliet a little bit. I did like the conversation. I liked her being so vulnerable with Hallie as well, and her breakdown in true, Hayden form. Again, we see another wonderful scene where she's just so real, so vulnerable, and totally believable. And we see her crying and breaking down about how selfish she's been. And I think this was the moment when she couldn't understand it, and Hallie was saying that she did, and that the reason was that she thought someone, a higher power than her, wants her to have the chance to change. So that was a great moment with those two. Okay, I do think that's everything that I had. I don't have news and gossip. Next week when we're back with the full panel, we'll have news and gossip. We'll hit you with some more stuff. I can try to hit a few predictions for you here before we wrap up tonight.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, I know I started to talk about some of them before. I think what's coming up is that Kevin and Will are going to, I do think they're on the rocks and gonna break up. I think Will's gonna eventually do something to ruin that relationship. Probably be tempted and cross over a line that he shouldn't. So we see Juliet in rehab. It looks like she's starting to have panic attacks. So I think she's gonna have some more post-traumatic shock and she's seen flashbacks from the accident. So I think that's gonna be something next. Another battle that she's going to have to deal with and face coming up here. Man, the stalker. Since he does know where she lives, I think we're going to have a big episode. I don't know if it'll be next week or the following week, where he might be in the house and there could be a very scary situation where either he has, almost causes harm to somebody, maybe little Daphne. I don't know, something's gonna get really creepy with that. So I want to hear your comments on that one too. So write in what you guys think, where that situation, how far that's gonna go, or if they're gonna stop him before he maybe gets in the house or gets too close to the family, which I hope. All right, guys, I think that is all I have for you. Thanks again for joining and following along. We love hearing your tweets all week. You can follow me at JJ Jurgens on Twitter, jj.jurgens on Instagram, and I will see you here again next week, hopefully with everybody back for you. Good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.